Hi guys, and welcome to another session of Honest Talk About Women, where you'll learn tips, tricks and strategies on how to navigate the minefields of dating and relationships. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also comment in the comment section. It all helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you've got a story you want to share with viewers, you can contact me. My email address listed below. Okay, let's get right into it, guys. This is about time out. Everyone needs time out. You can't just continuously work 9 to 5 or whatever hours you work. If you're in business, it's most likely 7 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and then there's an admin at night. You need time out. No one's a machine, and you come across people that boast they can work 90 hours a week and get on 2 or 3 hours sleep, and they look like crap. And I remember coming across a very high performance entrepreneur recently. He was running a multinational business from Auckland, a lot of traveling to China and the US, and he was boasting to everyone in the circle that he could get by on 2 or 3 hours sleep, and he had massive black rings underneath his eyes. So he was just kidding himself. He's going to turn up, he's going to become a case basket soon. And his system, his body will collapse. So you've got to get your sleep, you've got to have time out. So it's really important, guys, to have time out and get out of your little bubble. Get out of your flat, your house, wherever you live, and get out into nature. And nature is absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. I'm sure everyone's got little gems where they live, and it costs nothing, basically, not much at all. And I want to share with you today one of my favorite places I go to clear my mind, and also a recent trip away I had with my girlfriend to a part of the country I'd never been to before, and was absolutely blown away by the beauty of it. So let's get right into it. So one of my favorite places to go to is a beach called Muriwai. It's about 40 minutes west of Auckland. And there's a good motorway system that takes you right out there, and it's all tar sealed, and it's just a nice drive out, and it's a stunning beach. It's a west coast rustic New Zealand beach, and it's got something for everybody out there. So the beach itself is massive. It's big. It's a surf beach, so there's a lot of people that love to go surfing on Muriwai Beach. It's also a place where you can go fishing. And there's tragedy that happens when people go fishing. So I remember some time back, there's a Cambodian family that came to New Zealand with 8 kids, and they went fishing there. And no matter how many signs goes up in English, Mandarin, Korean, and a few of the other big languages, people ignore the warning signs, and they fish on this particular rock here. And what actually happens is freak waves come in and grab you and take you out, and your body's never found again. So this Cambodian family with their 8 kids, obviously their 8 kids who were on the shore, they were out fishing on the rocks, and a freak wave came in and picked them up and took them out. Bodies never to be found. And those 8 kids had to get adopted out. So it's the breakup of the family, which is very sad. But nature is unpredictable, and you've got to be careful. But Muriwai Beach is very special because there's something for everybody. And on the northern part of the beach is the muscle men in their SUVs. And I've done this in the past. I had a Toyota Prado in a previous life. It was a big, solid, square Toyota car. 4-wheel drive, and it's just awesome doing donuts, 360s. We're very fortunate that we're allowed to do that on a beach in New Zealand, and it's just amazing the amount of cars that get stuck in the deep sand, and it sorts out the city boys from the rural boys, and the rural boys have a good laugh at the city boys that come out in their suburban cars and get stuck on the beach, and they have to get towed out. But it's a good spirit. But so Muriwai Beach is a great place just to go out, sit down and relax and look at the waves crashing on the rocks and look at the force of nature. And after 2 or 3 hours of just sitting on a rock looking at the waves crashing, you start to develop clarity of thinking, because if you stay in your bubble and keep thinking that of almost like group think, because you're interacting with social media, you're taking the regular phone calls, and you start to get conditioned to think. So getting out in nature is absolutely beautiful. And another beauty of this beach is there's a gannet colony. And you can park your car quite close to this colony, and it's just lovely to watch. And I've been on many dates. This is a great place to take a woman on a date. And, it doesn't cost a lot of money, guys. You just organise a date with a woman. You go out to Muriwai Beach. You sit by the gannet colony, and you watch the waves crash onto the rocks. And you have some non-alcoholic sparkling wine, some strawberries, berries, grapes, and it's a lovely afternoon, absolutely lovely. And you have some, romantic music going in the car, and I've had many successful dates out there. It's a great place to go. So always good, guys, to take time out, because if you stay in your normal rhythm, and you're interacting with social media, and you've got the usual mundaneness of a job or whatever, you start to get conditioned to think, and have blurry noise that comes into your mind. And there's a lot of noise out there, guys, a lot of noise, and you've got to eradicate that noise, because it can be really frustrating and it can blur your thinking. But when you get out in nature, it all stops. Another thing about Muriwai, it's got a beautiful forest, and you can go for a walk in the forest. And if you've got a dog, it's even better. The dogs just love the forest. So there's something for everybody here, and it's a real gem. 45 minutes from Auckland. It's my favourite place. I go out there probably twice a month, by myself or with my girlfriend, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So I really encourage guys that you get out, wherever you are in the world, there must be some nature reserve you can just get in, turn your phone off or put on silent mode, non-vibrate mode, and just enjoy the beauty of nature. It just cleanses the mind, and you understand there's forces bigger than yourself at play with the force of nature and the way it interacts with the land. So do get out there, guys, and enjoy nature. Now, the second part of this video is about a recent trip I did to another part of New Zealand I never knew existed. So short story, coming back from Vietnam, 12-hour trip on the plane, and I ran out of time to download YouTube videos that I subscribed to on my iPad, so I could watch on the airplane. So you download it in the hotel before you leave. You got the Wi-Fi there, costs you nothing, and you got your entertainment for the next 12 hours. However, I ran out of time, bad organisational skills, got onto the plane, there's no movies to watch or videos to watch on my iPad. So you look at the onboard entertainment system, and it's something that's been developed from the 80s and 90s, really hasn't developed that much. Yes, you had onboard Wi-Fi, but it was limited. You can't do streaming. You can only do texts, emails. You can't do phone calls, and good reason for phone calls, because you don't want any people talking on the phone next to you when you're trying to sleep or whatever. Noise pollution is crucial on the airplane. Anyway, so I looked at the content on the airplane. It's all crap. It's all out-of-date stuff. Seen most of the movies. So I went to the documentaries, and they had something about golf courses. And I've got a mild to medium interest in golf. I am a golfer, but not a regular golfer. And I came across there's this guy, an American guy. His name is Rick Kane. So he's a wealthy American guy. He came to New Zealand, and he purchased a bit of land and built 2 magnificent golf courses. So Auckland, it's about an hour and a half from Auckland, and there's 2 golfers at 𝗪cie, and it's just a magnificent bit of country, unbelievably magnificent. The golf course itself was absolutely beautiful. I had my girlfriend with me on this trip. We had an overnighter, and she was keen to caddy for me. Now, she's got an absolute burning desire for me and wants to be with her man, and she was keen to caddy for me. But leading up to this trip, I sprained my ankle at futsal, so I was out of action for 2 weeks, and I couldn't play golf. But I wanted to get up there and have a look at this golf course. And it was interesting because there's 2 golf courses, one on the northern side of the place and one on the southern side. And the northern side is members only, and it's like invites only to be a member, and it's exclusive. So obviously I'm not a member there, so I went down to the other course where you could pay to play golf, and it was about $500 which for a keen golfer, I guess they pay that. I'm not that. I was undecided as to whether to do that or not, I decided to have a look at the golf course, and it's absolutely spectacular. So this was previously a disused forest. So after World War II, a lot of the land in New Zealand that was not farm material was planted with trees, and then in the 1980s, the government sold off little parcels of forests around the place, and it would have changed hands many times over. And then along comes this American guy who puts $50 million into it and builds a world-class golf course. So very fortunate to have an investor like that come to New Zealand and build a magnificent golf course. And it was basically sand dunes with trees, and he turned it into a golf course, and it's magnificent. It's a tremendous amount of work's gone into it. So very appreciative of someone doing this to a small part of our country. And we had a look at the golf course, and it was magnificent, absolutely magnificent. It was very interesting. The drive into 𝗪cie was not that well signposted, and it's a gravel road. So when you go to the actual car park of the golf course, there's quite a lot of high-end European cars, and getting those little chips from stones being flicked up by passing cars would have been a concern. But to put in a tar sealed or concrete road would be many, many millions of dollars. And it is a little bit hard to access with the gravel road, but all good, all doable, and a magnificent place. So what really stunned me was the beauty of it, the trees, the greenery, and the ocean, the Pacific Ocean. So there are a lot of people out there, or there's some people out there that just go around the world doing the best golf courses. And there was quite a few people there who you could see they were just high-end golfing types who just loved playing golf at all the different golf clubs. So that was a little discovery I found on my journey. We went away for one night and stayed in the Airbnb, and it was a magnificent Airbnb, had views of the Pacific Ocean, and also you look the other way south and it has views of Auckland City, and the sky was incredibly light. There's no city light that affected the skylight, and we had a contest in the spa pool that night who could find the first satellite going through the sky. So we're lying back in the spa pool looking up at the beautiful, magnificent sky. You can see the galaxy way, and I was the first to spot a satellite going through the sky. So we used to do that on school camps amongst us, and I did it with my girlfriend at the time. It was a magnificent weekend. It was just beautiful. So it just gives you a refreshing new way of thinking when you get out into nature, guys. So there's been 2 great places. If you ever come to Auckland, New Zealand, you got to go to Muriwai Beach. It's spectacular. There's something for everybody out there. And also 𝗪cie golf courses up north. Absolutely spectacular. I've never been to that part of the country before, and it was stunning, absolutely stunning. So it refreshes you. You have a great appreciation of nature, and it gives you clarity of thinking. And then you drive back into the city and you think, oh, now I'm going back to the city again. So that's it, guys. My advice, as previously said, just get out into nature. It's just beautiful. So until next time, take care. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Cheers.